Hello Leo, welcome to Aries Moon Arcana. I am Kaya and I'm going to be doing a general tarot reading for your sign for July 2020. And that's what that is all about. If you're returning, you know that my schedule obviously changed because I haven't been around for a little while. Sorry about that. I've just been kind of reinventing and figuring it out. Finally settled on a new one. The full schedule is in the description box below. Basically, I'm going to be doing just weekly videos instead of whenever the planets do something because that was a really stupid idea. And I was like, exhausted and overwhelmed with stuff to do. So that was my answer to that. So basically, yeah, just a little PSA. Things are changing. So yeah, anyway, July. General tarot reading for you guys. I pulled an oracle message, so basically just giving us an idea of what we are going to be working with here. And I got the 10 of Wands reversed, which is to me saying, hey Leo, take a load off. You know what I mean? Take a load off. It's like that song that I'm worried that if I sing, I'll get sued. I don't know how YouTube works. But anyway, take a load off. Something's like done. Something's done. It's over. The hard work was put in, and now you're finally like, take the backpack off, sit next to that tree, whatever the hell that means. You know, you know what I mean, right, Leo? You'll know what I mean. So yeah, I'm just seeing sort of like an energy of like taking a load off time, job well done sort of energy, which is great. And now we will get right into it. I also changed my little scenery area so you get a little more plant action just because I love it. And I'm gonna just cleanse the cards. So it's all about you, Leo, just the way you like it, baby. Oh yeah. Clean that energy out. We want a blank slate for Leo. All right. That should do it. And I shall begin with the Golden Universals, my trusty deck. And let's do this. All right, Leo. What do you need to know? What does Leo need to know for July for their general messages? We get some take a load off energy here, like just job well done, perhaps. Or just like, oh my God, I'm done with that and I'm so relieved that I could just cry. Or maybe you need to put it down yourself. You need to force it. Maybe it didn't come naturally. I don't know. We're going to find out, right? But either way, take a load off. It's time. Take a break from whatever. We'll see. Page of Cups. Tower reversed. 7 of Wands reversed. 2 of Pentacles reversed. One more. Page of Pentacles reversed. God damn, you guys. Something wasn't working. You may have been feeding into a relationship that needed to end for a little too long. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, I feel like you were kind of extending yourself. That emotional, like, bid sort of energy comes from the Page of Cups. Like, sort of trying to make nice, trying to make peace because you were avoiding the Tower moment, which, as we all know, is like the when the shit hits the fan. But it's reversed, so it's like you were maybe trying to avoid it. And I felt like you were like holding it all in because you were trying to avoid it. So like this little guy, right? Like the way that everything is positioned. This is interesting because I just did Cancers and like it was the opposite where all of their cards were reversed until the last one. And he looked like he was looking out over all the rest of the cards. This is the opposite where all of these ones are reversed except the first one who's looking away. So this little dude, if you can tell the direction that he's looking in, it's away from the position of these cards. So what I'm seeing a little bit is like there's some sort of denial maybe, Leo. Sorry, guys. Bubbly, sorry. A little bit of denial here. I think you have a lot of information in your heart and in your soul and in your mind about a particular situation, and I think you're ignoring it and trying to make nice. That's not a good idea. It might work for a little bit of a time, but you're gonna have to, it's too much. The thing is like that would mean this were upright, right? Where that's just too much responsibility. You can't take all this stuff that you know and that you feel imbalanced. You don't feel like there's a lot of growth. You don't feel like you're making money. Maybe it's like a relationship with somebody where like there's just not, I don't know, you're not maturing with someone. Someone's not maturing with you. And you're trying and it's not working, Leo. And you're the one that's like, I'm doing all this cool stuff. Like, what? Just follow my lead. Come with me. What's the matter for you? And they're just not on the same team with you. And you're ignoring all of it. And it's all like a hefty burden. And like, our oracle message is reversed, saying, take a load off. You got to let it go, babies. You got to let all this stuff go. I think you should stop hiding from it all. And like, holding it in this emotional bid and trying to make nice, because this is the card where I always feel like it's somebody being like offering an apology after a fight, even though it wasn't their fault, or like the other person did something kind of heinous and they like they're not expecting an apology, so they apologize first, like the victim apologizing or whatever. Victim, you know what I mean. It's kind of like absolving the perpetrator of the responsibility. And I'm seeing some energy like that, like you're gonna just ignore stuff that happened that wasn't great just because you want to make peace. That's not good for you. I love you. It's a bad idea. I don't like that for your heart. I don't think that's healthy. So you need to let go. Unburden yourself, darling. So let's get into it. I'm gonna read this guy last because he's like the guy. He's like the filter I see, you know what I mean? The page is like where you're filtering all this stuff through. These are your real feelings and true core emotions down here. I want to get into that shit because that's what I'm more interested in than the fakey stuff. Because I'm a Scorpio, babies. That's what I want. I want that realness. All right, we got the Tower reversed. We got the Seven of Wands reversed. We got the Two of Coins reversed and the Page of Coins reversed. I just feel like there's some sort of like I don't know. There's an imbalance. You're not feeling like you're on like good standing with this person. You don't feel like you're maturing with this person, and you are trying to avoid the inevitable and terrifying breakup. Why? You afraid of being alone? Trust me, it's a fuck of a lot better than being with somebody who doesn't want to emotionally mature with you. Fuck that. You don't even know, honeys. I mean, you might. But if you're at the very beginning of this journey, which the page kind of indicates you are, you will learn quickly that that is not something you want to be invested in. So let's get clarifying, shall we? We got the Five of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Cups reversed, there's that little dude again, and the Two of Pentacles reversed again. I think that I'm feeling like you want to heal from this stuff, and you're stuffing some stuff down, and I don't know, I'm getting confused, like, feelings from you. Like, I'm feeling like you want to heal, and you know that the breakup is the way to heal it, but you don't want to break up, so you're choosing to heal in a different way, and it's not the right way, and you know that, but you don't care. Fuck that, right? I know that I don't want to be insensitive, but I don't think that's a good plan. I love you. It's just not a good plan. So yeah, there's a little bit of emotional immaturity coming at you, or maybe you are, maybe it's like the person that you're with is influencing you in such a way where you don't feel like you can bring your most mature self to the table because, I don't know, it's not being met with someone that really understands it. In whatever situation, whatever capacity. So we got the Two of Wands reversed, the Ten of Swords reversed, and the Three of Wands reversed. God damn. Yeah, your defenses are down. You've been kind of just like depleted. I think there's a little bit of like giving up energy here. You've given up on, not on yourself, I hope, you guys. Because I love you. Don't do that. I don't know, there's like a giving up, giving in, just kind of like, I don't want to face it. I don't want to deal with all this stuff. Like, I don't want to deal with all these feelings and these emotions. I don't want to deal with the breakup. I don't have time for that. I don't have the money for that. I don't think the kids would be okay. just all that stuff. You're like, no, 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 no. So you've just kind of given in to being like, I'm sorry. Can we just go back to normal? But it's never gonna go back to normal because you're miserable. And that's not gonna, it's gonna keep repeating the cycle, right? Because you've given in, you've given up. You're not making any plans to leave. You're not making any plans to do anything with your own life or like perpetuate forth like your excitements and your things that you love to do. This feels kind of sad. I want to give you a hug. I don't like that, you guys. I don't like that you gave up. If you're in a relationship or like in a situation and somebody makes you feel like just giving up and just sitting there being in that situation and apologizing for things that you don't need to apologize for, that makes me sad. So I don't love that, you guys. 5 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant reversed. So, you know, it could be possible that this is, you've built a life with this person. Or you've been at this job forever and ever and ever and ever. Or it's a parent. Or it's a grandparent. You know, somebody that has strong, long-term ties to you is what I'm feeling. Someone that's been around for a long time. You're afraid of breaking that bond, that institution. And it makes you very sad to think about it. But you're tired. But you're so tired because this is so imbalanced and this person or this situation is not, it's keeping you stuck and stifled and you're kind of ignoring it. And it's like I said, it's been around for a long time. So it's something you've known for a long time and you've known that it gets better with this situation or this person, but it's not happening this time. And I think it's kind of confusing you and making you feel like bummed out. But yeah, I'm seeing, I mean, the 10 of Coins with the Hierophant reversed. I mean, there could be divorce on the table. You know, or like selling that marital home, or there's just some sort of like big institutional change, structural change to some sort of structure or institution in your life. And that could be anything, right? Long-term relationships, relationships with parents, any sort of family member, anything like that. Yeah, I'm seeing you. It's sad. It saddens you, I think, is what's going on. And I think that that's kind of where you're pushing it away or not wanting to accept that. Justice reversed, Strength, and the 6 of Wands. It's, like I said, it's worked in the past. You've just kind of like picked yourself up by the bootstraps. This is to clarify the Page of Pentacles, by the way. Sorry if I didn't mention that. Every time you felt kind of impinged upon or some injustice was perpetrated to you, I see that you've just kind of like strengthened and like gone into yourself and just put up with it and felt victorious that way because you're not like, I don't know, it's almost like you're not like because you're not being overly like emotional or something by like being like, fuck you, how could you talk to me like that or like treat me like that? Like there's something about you feeling proud of yourself for not exploding in the face of something that makes you sad, which I can understand. It's good to keep a cool head in situations, right? And I think that that has been the way that it's been for you for a long time, right? Some sort of injustice or something shitty happens to you or something that you feel is a slight to you. And instead of just, I guess it's kind of like, instead of just communicating your honest feelings and being like, that really disappointed me and it sucked, you've maybe protected the other person or the other the other person in whatever situation from taking the responsibility of hurting you. So you've been taking that responsibility on, which is 100% where we're coming to these cards. And I think you've felt very strong because of that. Like you're like, well, I took responsibility because I'm an adult and I smoothed over the whole thing. But this cycle, this situation that you're getting yourself into is such that now this person never feels the need to apologize to you or respect when they do something that slights you, or makes you feel insecure or hurt or whatever injustice it is that we're talking about. Or, many instances of different kinds of them, whatever. I'm feeling kind of like it's gotten you stuck into the situation now with that person or that situation where yeah, now they just won't apologize to you because they just think that you'll do it for them, because that's what this indicates to me. That Page of Cups, ignoring all the pain and all the different things because you've learned how to feel so confident in being strong because you haven't exploded, but also you haven't been honest about your feelings, and that makes you feel like it takes away some of your integrity because now you're not defending yourself, and you need to be able to do that. So I'm seeing a little bit of like a patternist experience here, right? Like we're seeing that you like to sweep things under the rug a little bit here, Toots. Maybe to keep the peace, and because you like to be seen as stoic and responsible and strong, and maybe you like being the mature one in the group or the relationship or the situation, but now I think you're getting over that ego trip and you're realizing, you're like, you know what's more important to me now? Having another person be as mature as me. And by always holding myself above as the always mature one, I'm implying the other person's immature, which never gives them any reason to grow up. They're fine with it because you've created a dynamic now where you're the grown-up, you're the mature one, so they're like, so then I'm the immature one. Ha, right? Like that kind of crap. So, you know, there's some sort of thing here where, and this could even be with a kid, you know, if you have kids, this could be what's going on. But some sort of dynamic with a family member or like important person or job, like long-term job or career, somebody you've worked with for a long time, any sort of long-term relationship. I'm seeing you thinking that you're the strong one by taking the high road, but you're starting to realize that you're feeling like a pushover because you're taking on all the fucking responsibility and being the mature one, but that person then, like I said, never has to take responsibility. I think you're sick of that shit. So let's clarify this Page of Cups. Queen of Cups, Five of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is indicating that it could be job related. I think that's what you think, right? You hold on to your emotions and you control your emotions and avoid conflict by doing that. And also, you've gotten a lot of opportunities out of it to do this. You've been able to make it work for you for a long time, but I'm seeing very much at the end here, because we're coming into the ending stages of this reading, and I'm going to pull a couple more cards, and I think I know where it's headed, but you never know. The cards do what the cards do. It's really worked for you. I think you've been like the breadwinner. You might be like the matriarch of a household or something, and it's worked out for you really well to do it this way and just hold back. But you've got so much inside of you. Like that's like kind of bursting to come out, or you're like avoiding like having a fight. I feel like you're really non-confrontational. Because you really don't want to fight at all. You know, or maybe you just want to keep your job, so you don't want to like say anything, or there's a new promotion that you're going for, and so you're just hiding a lot of things, holding them in until that moment where you get the promotion, and then you're like, oh, fucking finally, and then you can kind of take a load off. I don't know, I'm just seeing like there's a lot of holding on to stuff, to avoid confrontation. And this reading is about letting go of burdens. And I don't see any advice, honestly. The cards aren't telling me how. They're just telling me what the situation is, which is interesting because typically there's some sort of advice. So perhaps I just needed to make you aware of that, right? Make you aware of that, like you need to be aware and more respectful of all the inner workings, because most of these are reversed. I mean, there's a lot of inner stuff going on with you, Leo. But you really like to have control over your emotions. A little bit of a control freak there, Leo, maybe? A little bit? Teeny tiny little bit? It's okay. Well, it's okay. But yeah, you might really like the control of that and love avoiding conflict. You do. I'm seeing a lot of like, no thank you, no fighty, none of that shit. You don't want to deal with it, so you apologize. Even though you know the other person is the schmuck, but you're trying to be cool, so you're taking the bullet again, and I think you're sick of it. I do. I think you want to like put that down and be like, okay, why don't you now take some responsibility, right? I cannot be the only one. Can I really? Is this true? Is this real? Come on. So let's get some final messages. Outcome. I mean, I don't know. We haven't gotten any advice. This is just telling me what the story is. So is there any advice that Leo can, that can help Leo? Or did we miss any messages? Are there any outcome cards? What are we working with here? What do we need? What do we got? Yeah, there's that 10 of Pentacles reversed and the Hanged Man reversed. I'm going to pull one more. And the Knight of Swords reversed. How interesting is your fucking reading today? I don't know. I feel like I do. It's so funny because you're like, there is some sort of energy here that wants to break free and wants to break through like some long-standing tradition or long-standing institution, or like somebody wants a divorce. Like somebody's like, I gotta get myself the fuck out of here. I'm seeing so much of that energy, but at the same time, it's like, but when I'm ready. But you've been saying it for so long that it's like, when are you gonna actually do it? When are you gonna be ready? I don't know. I mean, I cannot see it. I'm seeing so many almost like contradicting things here, because it's like all this energy about like wanting to leave and wanting to make changes and wanting to break the cycle and being unhappy about how the emotional maturity surrounding you is not living up to your standards, but you already know why that is, because you typically tend to lord your emotional security over other people, therefore making them feel smaller. And then you're like at the other end of it, you're just like, so, and you like it's like you want to make these changes, but you're just holding on. I feel like you're holding on to so much. Now the suggestion here is to take a load off. And I would imagine that that would mean not perpetuating some cycle that holds all this stuff in. I don't know, Leo. You guys baffled me. You guys really baffled me this time. Very interesting. Yes, some of y'all want the fuck out of something, but you're not, maybe you're just not ready. Maybe you're trying to not be impulsive or rational. I feel like you're so smooth right now. Like you're smooth operators. Like you're like, I feel all these ways. I feel very intense, but I'm not gonna like raise my voice just because I'm upset. And it's like, you're very like, yes, of course I'm furious on the inside, but like nobody needs to see that. You're like calculating your plans maybe. So maybe that's what you're doing, and that's what I'm getting from this is like, you don't want to be impulsive. You don't want to make any rash decisions. You know decisions need to be made and things need to change, and you're just going to use kind of like, maybe you're going to use the gift of Cancer season to your advantage, which is like emotional control and stability, and like, you don't want to fight. You don't want any problems. You want to come at this with a very gentle voice, very emotionally stable, nothing toxic, nothing, negative, no passive aggressive, and very successful. You want success with this. You'll get it if that's your fucking attitude. I mean, if you're not being impulsive and you're trying to be very calm and rational and use your emotions in a very rational way, of course that's good stuff. But like, it's just, you're like an enigma this month for me, Leo. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. Because yeah, you seem to feel that you have victory over your emotions. So you don't want to be impulsive, but I think you do want to make a change. And I think maybe it's just me and you that know that secret. I'll keep your secrets. Just don't let your loved ones see this video. Just kidding. So thank you for sticking around. If you stayed all this time, all the way through this, then you're the Leo that this resonated with, likely, or you know a Leo that this would resonate with. Yeah, I guess there's no real advice or conclusion to this reading for you guys, Leo. This is just very like, okay. You're very sly with your emotions and you're using them to your advantage, but you're holding in a lot of stuff. There's a lot of inner stuff going on. Talk to a therapist if you like. Or you can get a personal reading by me. Woo! Yeah, so my Etsy store is in the description box below, as is, like I said, my new schedule. So weekly videos should be coming out every Thursday. And what else? If you liked it, please comment, subscribe, like, and share. I love that shit. It always makes me feel all warm and fuzz. Also, if other people see that, they'll want to watch it too, which helps my stats, which helps me do this more, which is ideal because that's kind of the plan. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much, Leo. Sorry if it felt convoluted or confusing or all over the place. The cards just like that's what I saw. So I hope that it made sense. You can ask me questions if you need to. I'm happy to answer that. But yeah, thanks, Leo. See you next week. Bye.